So I meditated for 10 days, for 10 hours a day, and I won't sugarcoat it, it was hell. It was so difficult, but it was also so worth it. And I will tell you all about it. I actually have no script. I'm not sure what I will talk about. I'm thinking that I will make different videos about Vipassana. I will probably tell you what comes from my heart. Maybe I will start by how did I end up there. I went to this really great yoga studio and there were amazing instructors, and one of the instructors, she went to Vipassana and she told me so much about it, how life-changing it really is in a way, and how she recommends it. And it sounded so wonderful. I think she did one in India, if I remember correctly. A month ago, actually, she went to Nepal to do the second one, if I remember correctly. And she told me about Vipassana, and I remember I was so inspired by her story and I wanted to know more, so I searched. And actually, in the past, I really liked meditating, but it kind of went away with time, with school and with all these stress factors, so I kind of forgot about it. This actually reminded me that there is meditation and I want to start again. And I'm a person who likes challenges, so I was like, I have not meditated in 3 years. Let's do that for 10 hours a day for 10 days. Let's go! I remember before going to Vipassana, I tried to meditate, and the maximum I got was like 10 minutes. I remember setting up a timer, and I was like, when is this ending? When is this ending? It's probably been like half an hour, right? 8 minutes, like, you know. Maximum I think I really got was like 15 minutes or something. And I remember being so frustrated because I have to meditate for hours, like straight, and I cannot even do like 15 minutes really. But anyway, I searched Vipassana through internet. I remember thinking, this is really what I want to try. It really feels like something that is right for me right now at this moment. So I registered, filled out the application, and my instructor, yoga instructor, the one who inspired me, she said that really there is not really a way for you to not get in, because usually it's not like a process that you have to pass. It's just usually everyone is welcomed, so I wasn't really too much stressed out about it. So I filled out the application and then I waited, and then you have to confirm at least one time, maybe 2 times, that 2 times I guess, like a month before and then a week before that you actually are going. I did that, then I went to Hungary. I'm in Finland right now. The Vipassana meditation course was held in, I cannot pronounce that,
Farkaskútvölgy.
The people were so amazing. The day before the Vipassana, the day before I actually flew to Hungary, I started to search for rides, rideshare, because I understood that going by bus would be so difficult. You have to change buses like 3 times, and I have no service, no connection, no internet on my phone, no idea where to go. Like, probably because it was a village, if you miss one bus, you have to, I don't know, wait for a day. I really didn't want to do that, so I went to search for a ride share. Of course, there was none, so I think I messaged this one girl. I don't remember how it went, but somehow I got a ride. Somebody knew somebody who had a ride, so through that I actually got in. I got a place in a car. So, and then I flew to Hungary. It's completely different story, but it was really, really fun, and I really loved it. Then I went to Budapest center. One woman who actually had the ride, she messaged me that if you will be a bit earlier than the time we have to leave, you can come to my apartment, no problem. So I went to search for her apartment. She gave me tea, and with this other girl we talked, and everyone was so friendly. And then we got in the car, and then we started to go to Farkaskutölgy. And I started to understand that it's a really different world. In this meditation and spirituality and everything like that, it's really, when you get into that space, you understand. Like, for me it was like that because I'm an engineering student, and for me everything like that is just like, it's so far away from my everyday life. When we were in the car, and this woman told me that she studies in a university in Budapest. They study like auras and Buddhism, different religions. There was something else like spirituality, I think, meditation. Vipassana was one of the practical aspects that they had to do. They had to go to a meditation retreat, so that's why she was there. Another girl who was with us in the car, she came from California. She was a midwife, and it was her probably third Vipassana, I think, or fourth. Her other profession was with art therapy, and we talked about auras and EMDR and Noah Harari and so many different things. I actually have no notebook. Yeah, we talked about EMDR, Noah Harari, Humbert, auras, spirituality, meditation, traveling. We talked the whole ride there, which was roughly like an hour. There was so much that really I cannot explain everything in more detail. It's impossible. You have to come back for another week, Then we came to the place. We got guided where to go. We had these amazing apartments, kind of, like, it was so beautiful. Then we had time to unpack, collect our things, to get everything away, because we were allowed to only have what we need, which was like toothbrush, toothpaste, like some clothes, hairbrush, like things like that. But we're not allowed to have books, phones. I will give you a list, because it's a really long list. What you can have is everything you need to survive. I packed everything I don't need, and I gave that away to the volunteers. Then I went back and I met my roommates. We still talk. They also have their amazing stories, like how they got there and how it changed them. But again, it's impossible to include everything in one video, so Yeah, so we got to know each other. We said the last goodbyes to our family through phones because, yeah, we were not allowed to speak. Like when the course officially started, we had this noble silence. We were not allowed to look at each other or smile or speak to each other for 10 days. The course didn't start yet. We got to know each other, we talked, and then we went outside to see maybe something started. Yeah, people were having dinner, so we also went there, we ate, we spoke with other people, and everybody was so interesting and friendly and open. And even though at first I was a bit scared, like, oh, this person looks too cool for me, or oh, this person looks a bit serious or too open or too close, I don't know. I later realized it's all in my head. Like after the meditation, it's the topic, what I realized after the meditation, it needs to be a completely different video. So I didn't speak to everyone. I was a bit scared. Somebody was a elopement organizer in Scotland for French people. Someone was a psychologist. Like everybody was so different and so interesting. It was so like there were no, because everybody came for the same kind of reason in a way, and so of course you had a connection, you had like something to talk about, like it's implied because you come for the same reason in a way. And then we had this information talks, like what is this, where did you come, and what to do, what not to do. We had these areas, like there was area for women and area for men separately. We ate separately, we meditated separately, we had separate areas. The only place we met with men was in a room for listening to lectures, and we were also separated. Here were women, and a man came like here. Volunteers were like, oh no, you have to like move. We were like actually separated by tables or chairs or something, like, so we were getting all this info. There were horses, and somebody asked, are we allowed to go see them? And no, you are not here for that, and no, it's in men's area, so it kind of sucked. Then we went to the main hall, and we had like a couple of minutes to chat, and that, like a couple of minutes. And then when we went to the meditation hall, the noble silence started. From that moment on, we were not allowed to look at each other, not to talk with each other, not interact in any way, not physical, not any, like it was prohibited. You were not allowed to shake hands or like look at someone for 10 days straight. So from that point on, we were kind of all like, so here it goes, here we go, like these are the last words for each other for nearly 2 weeks, so good luck. And then we went to the meditation hall for our first meditation, which was really short, and I was like, if that's gonna be it, it's really easy. It was not. The evening meditations were always the shortest ones. The first meditation was probably like 20 minutes or something, and I was like, oh, that's so easy. Then we went to sleep at 9:30, I think, and I was so happy then, because I went outside, and in a way, of course, it was so strange to not talk to anyone. Like everybody existed in the same space, but we were like separated in our own bubbles. You were not allowed to interact with another person. So when we all went outside, it was so strange because we all walked together, like in the same direction, but nobody said anything, nothing. And the silence was so weird because it was a village and there were no cars, there was like nothing, so the loudest thing you could hear was your own footsteps, or if you stand, then footsteps of another person from 100 meters away or something, because there was snow, and when there is silence, you could hear the footsteps of people like really far away. And it was also so clear, not that much air pollution, so you could see not that well, not the whole Milky Way, but really a lot of stars, like lots of stars. And it was so peaceful, like the fresh air and the silence and the darkness, no air pollution, there were no lights. You had to bring your own flashlight if you wanted to see anything. If I remember correctly, I slept really well. I really would want to like talk, but I understand that the video will be so long that I will probably stop now and tell later more. But what Vipassana really is seeing reality as it is. That's the ultimate goal. For me, it was that after I went through Vipassana, seeing things as they are is not thinking too much about them. So what I mean is, for example, somebody ignores you. You send a message and they do not reply. For example, it's your crush or your really close friend or something. And you're thinking, oh, they hate me. They must think I'm boring and I'm not interesting at all. And should I send them another text, or should I ignore them back, or should I will block them? But you're just thinking too much. It's not the reality, it's all in your head. If they hate you, they do not respect you, they think you're boring, they think you're awful or anything else, it's all in your head. Like, you're just making it up. In reality, what is happening is you sent a text, that's it. Like, if you expected response back, which is normal, but it was all in your head and you didn't get the response back, that's the reality. That's just it. A person hating you is not the reality. There could be a million reasons why the person didn't text you back. Then why would you think too much about it? Why would you especially get exactly one reason out of the million possibilities and think, okay, that's it. That's not it. Like, that's not the reality. The reality is just your text and no text. That's it. What Vipassana is at its core is really understanding that we create our own meaning. That's not really what it is, but how I understand it. Like, there is so much what encapsulates seeing reality as it is.